Kara from Goddess to Goodness. I am jumping on very quickly to do a full moon in Cancer yesterday. So, and depending where you are in the world, it could be yesterday, it could be today, but I'm just jumping on to do a quick reading here. And so I'm actually being guided to use these new cards I have. So, calling in Archangel Michael, my spirit guides, ascended masters, 5D and above, any other loving and helpful energies that wish to give guidance and healing, which is in the highest vibration and in the good of all involved. What major themes here are coming up for a full moon in Cancer here? Oh, that's beautiful. I feel like there's a lot of, wow, inner child healing going on. Yeah, wow. Yep. So I feel like things that like maybe like inner child stuff, it could be like ancestral things, but things that have like maybe been buried under the surface that have maybe peeked through the veil, kind of, so to speak, are actually like coming to the surface. And almost with this card right here, I almost get a feeling of like, I feel like maybe for some of you, this has been like in the back of your mind, because with this card in this direction, it almost looks like a human form here. And it's like whatever's been like in your subconscious or in the back of your mind is almost like being birthed into the light in order for it to be examined here. Like kind of same with that right there. Give me one more for major things. Wow. Yep. Yeah. So look, it's like, I almost feel like there's this energy of like, feeling like something coming to like boil, like, I don't want to say boiling to the surface, but it's like something is kind of being illuminated here, birthed out of like the recesses of the subconscious, or in like, it's almost like interdimensionary, right? Like, so I feel like it's, because in this one, it's like almost coming from, I don't know, what I'm hearing is like coming from the loins, okay? That just says to me that's like ancestry, right? It's like something passed down from generation to generation, you know, family to family, you know, whatever that is for you. But it's like, I feel like it had been held here in the darkness of the subconscious and is like ready to be like examined and like looked at, analyzed, and like recognized and being brought to light. Here with that, I also see that same kind of energy. It's like this energy or programming or pattern or thought or feeling or whatever, like however you want to look at that. I feel like there's this energy here of it being like brought to the surface, because it's like you're almost recognizing how this one thing has like, see how this is almost like ripples of water, right? But it's like you can almost see how this one grain of whatever this is has like maybe like filtered out and factored into like other areas of your life, you know, and like rippled out throughout like certain experiences for you and like certain things. But I feel like it's being brought to light so that it can be like recognized and therefore like cleansed, cleared, and like transmuted from like this fiery inferno into like sunlight, right? And then the purple around here also speaks to me of like healing, right? So I think this is a very beautiful energy. Cancer can deal with like home, family, relationships, things like that. Okay, so okay, hold on one second here before I get into tarot. They want me to pull from here. Spirit, what is being healed here right now for the collective with this full moon in Cancer? What now is being healed for the collective? Hold on. What? Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. No. Okay, yeah. Sorry. What is being healed currently within the collective with this full moon in Cancer, please? What is being healed here for the full moon in Cancer? Show me what major themes, major wounds, major issues are being examined and healed, brought forth for healing currently within the collective for the new moon here. Wow. Duality. Okay. I love this because that's like exactly what this is. It's like our conscious mind versus our subconscious mind, right? It's also the light within the dark. It's the light and the shadow. It's love versus fear. Okay? And it's like you have these two birds looking up at the same branch. This one, the light one, will have like a certain like attitude or connotation or action space or thought process towards it. And then you have the shadow one here, which this is also like yin and yang, right? Within the yin and yang, within the light part, there's a grain of shadow, and within the shadow part, there's a grain of light. So it really is about like learning how to integrate these energies. We can't all be light. Like that toxic positivity, like love and light, and that's it. Like there is no darkness, there is no shade, there is no shadow. No, look, and I don't know, like you can go back and check out my Christmas sermon, but in that reading, I talk about, it's a channeled message, but I actually talk about Christ consciousness. And sometimes people refer to Christ consciousness as like, oh, love, turn the other cheek. And look, ultimately, yes, we are here for unconditional love, but we are not here to accept abuse, right? We are not here to be abused or to be stepped on or to be suppressed or oppressed or possessed, right? We're not here for the service. Like, we are here, yes, in service to others, which means making a difference in the world, making our collective space a better place to be. But by no means are we like do we owe anybody else anything, because we're all equal. We are all equal footing. We all have equal standing. And that's what that channeled message was about. The Christ consciousness is, yes, he was the Messiah. He was the Savior. He was gentle. He was, he was a messenger from the universe. But the thing is that in the same respect as giving unconditional love for everybody, he also recognized where there was tyranny, where there was suppression. He recognized the fact that there was like he recognized the darkness in the world, because here's the thing. You cannot move towards the light if you're not at least recognizing the dark. It's not saying put your energy into the dark, but it's realizing that with the dark, there has to be the light, and vice versa, right? Okay, with the light, there has to be like a speck of dark. And if you refuse to acknowledge it, that's where the problems come in, because you're almost like tricking yourself or fooling yourself into thinking that it has to be only one certain way, when in essence, what you're being shown here is like how these like ancestral wounds or issues, how these conditioning from like your family line or from like experiences that you look at as not pleasant or whatever. It's realizing how they actually factored in, how the darkness had a part of bringing you to the light. Does that make sense? All right, what else are we healing? Oh yeah, that's been coming up a lot lately. Masculine energy, and it's all good. So the masculine energy within us, and the masculine energy as a collective on this earth, right? So for so long, we've all been like living in this frequency or vibration of like toxic femininity, toxic masculinity. What does that mean? Toxic masculinity would be like, I'm macho, I don't have feelings, I don't cry, I don't this, I just do, and I just, work, get that money, conquer, dominate, suppress, and force my will. That's toxic masculinity, okay? What is toxic femininity? Toxic femininity is, I will not nurture, I will not love, I will not support, I will not create, okay? Or reverting to a masculine energy, right? Like, it doesn't matter whether you reside in feminine energy, masculine energy, we all carry both. And that is the duality within each of us. That is the yin and yang within each human individual, right? So there are times, even if you reside in feminine, divine feminine energy all the time, you know, or like if you are, you physically express yourself as a feminine energy, there are times you have to be in your masculine energy. You got to get something done. So it's not time to nurture or to seek comfort or to create. Now it's time to like push ahead, get it done, do the thing, right? Same for like masculine energy. You might be a masculine, but if you're residing in that feminine energy all the time, like, oh, just sit back and relax, I'm gonna create, people should cater, and you know, like help me, and like, not that that's what femininity is, but for a masculine who is like relying on, you know, say like a woman in his life to do all the things, get all the things done, and you know, where he can kind of just sit back, create, and you know, look to the feminine to be the leader, the protector, the provider, right? That's where that duality is out of balance, right? So what this is speaking of is like the masculine energy is being healed, where it's like not about possessing something or dominating something or like taking something over, right? It's about like working with that counterpart, that feminine energy, and it's the ebb and the flow. It's the give and the take. Like, okay, I want to do this. That's masculine energy. Feminine energy is like, okay, cool. I would like to create this. And in order to create it, it has to be protected, which is a masculine energy, but it also has to be nurtured, loved, and cared for, like tended to, like a garden, like seeds, and that is the feminine energy, okay? So right now we're healing that competitive, I'm gonna get it before you, it's mine, if I have it, then no one can have it. Like, that's toxic masculine energy, right? So that, I feel, is what is being healed within all of us right now. It's about like surrendering to what things are. Surrendering doesn't mean give up. It means this is what it is at the moment. It can change at any moment, and I'm going to like ride the wave in order to like figure out like what I have to do next. Masculine energy, distorted masculine energy, is like, this is what's happening, it's not going my way, so I'm gonna force and force it until I kill it or until it goes my way, which we all know that when you try to force things, that is, in the law of attraction, that is essentially resistance. And you're essentially giving that energy of resisting the thing because you're not surrendering to what it actually is. What are we healing? It's all good. There we go. That's that surrender energy. It's like, this is what it is right now. So despite what I want, or despite what my vision is or was, or despite what my opinion or feelings or whatever is, I have to realize that everything is all good right now. And whatever it is, I will adapt to, I will figure out, I will go with the flow, okay? And that is more of that like feminine energy. This is very beautiful. Okay, what's on the bottom? Changes and home. Oh, I like this. Okay, so we have changes, home, and self-love. Okay, so again, changes in reverse. That speaks to me of that distorted masculine energy. Well, I don't like the change. I don't want it to be different. It's been this way for so long, and no, I demand that it be this way, right? That's distorted masculine energy, right? It's all good speaks of like, you know what? Things have changed. It might not be the changes that I wanted or that I wished for, but the fact is this is the change. So I can either move with it, right? Or I can fight and move against it and create resistance. Home. Home can be several things, but right now what we're healing is, again, things maybe we have picked up through childhood, ancestral things. This could be things that we're just very, have become very comfortable with. And so maybe for some of you, I know there was a time where I was in very distorted masculine energy. I gone through like a horrific like divorce / relationship, and it was like I just was constantly fighting to keep what was mine, or constantly fighting to like keep this or not change that, or to like and what I realized at some point was like, you know what, when I'm putting all my energy into like resisting or forcing or pushing back or conflict, right? I realize that I'm not creating, and creation is that is the essence of femininity, because we are the creators, right? We create something and then we nurture it and we love it and we do that until it actually blooms and grows, right? So maybe in your home, maybe you're figuring out that like there's certain things in your home or that you are comfortable with, right? That maybe you have to release. Just because you find home there and you find comfort there doesn't mean that it's like good for your well-being, right? So maybe in your family you grew up where the women were always like taking charge, going to work, doing the thing, like they did this, they did that, and they just like did everything, where like maybe, and maybe it was vice versa. Maybe it was where like, the men just went out, did all the work, made all the decisions, and, ruled with maybe like an iron fist in the home. Just because you're used to that doesn't mean that that's what's in your highest good. So I feel like we're healing things in regards to the home. And then self-love. We're realizing that we're worthy. And look, we have the sun and the moon here. That's the masculine and the feminine energy. And we are realizing that there is love in between. And look, there's this rain, okay? Or like water. Water or rain to me. This speaks of vulnerability to me, right? It speaks of the flow. Hi, honey. This is Killer. She's ridiculous. Oh, good girl. Here, go get it. Okay. So the water here speaks of the vulnerability, the flow, and also the cleansing. Whatever made you feel that like you weren't worth it, or you weren't doing enough, or you weren't doing your role good enough. We are energetically cleansing and healing this within ourselves. And this just fell out. Reunion of souls. Wow, I love this. So look at, you may be healing like fractured relationships or connections, okay? For some of you, for others, you may be healing like whether your family or like, whoever this is in regards to, whether they're still like on this earthly existence or they've crossed over. I feel like you are reuniting with the fact that like maybe there had been like anger or resentment towards something or somebody or whatever, but I feel like you're actually looking back and being like, you know what, this is where I came from, and you did the best you could. You worked with what you had. You only could operate in the way that you learned to operate from your parents, your family, your ancestors. And essentially that's what we're all doing, is we're just trying to learn how to navigate this earthly plane based on the tools that we have been given by the people and situations that raised us. Okay. All right. I love this. Yeah. Okay. So they want me to pull a couple of these. Spirit, by healing these specific things here, what blessings will this bring in for us? What changes and blessings, what positive change will this bring into us by healing these issues right here? Okay. All right. And guys, if you want to book a personal reading, just email me. My information is in the description down below. If this resonates with you, please hit the like button. It really helps my channel to grow. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified of future readings. And again, if this does resonate with you and you feel so inclined and would like to help support my channel or donate a tip, also the information is in the description down below. Thank you so very much, guys. I love that you're here, and all I want is this for it to bring clarity and guidance to those who need it. Okay, that's why I do this. I actually love to do this. Okay, so all right, so what blessings or positive changes are coming in here while healing these major points right here? Okay. Okay, so the blessings that are coming in here, we have explore the unknown in reverse, okay? We also have play outside in the reverse, and I love the statement here. I took this picture years ago, but it was like right in the cement. I couldn't believe it. It says, and forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet and the winds long to play with your hair. And the quote is by Khalil Gibran. And I just loved it. So I put my backpack there and I took a picture. Again, blessings. Okay. Freebird. And then we have transition and growth. Okay. So the blessings or positive changes that are coming in are where it says explore the unknown. What I feel like is here is like you may be returning to something that has like long time been in your heart, right? That is like maybe been suppressed within you. Maybe it was something you loved to do a really, really, really long time ago. And like somewhere along the way, maybe like a grandma, grandpa, teacher, somebody in authority was like, you want to do that? Good little girls don't do that. Or successful men don't enjoy that, right? Just whatever that is. Take it as it resonates. Don't force it to fit. But it's like that kind of thing. I feel like you're going to be returning to something that like your spirit and your soul just loves. Like it just resonates with you on like a soul level. And like when you're in that space, that's like your happy place, right? Yeah, play outside. And I feel like play outside in reverse because it's like you're going to stop caring what others think about whatever this is. It's like, how does it feel to me on the inside? And that's what's going to matter. And that's going to be the blessing, is that you're going to rediscover whatever this is. And it's like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. It fulfills me on a soul level. And so like your opinion isn't like what determines my fulfillment or my path anymore, right? Yeah. Freebird. I love that. Freebird. Because again, with growth and transition here in reverse, I feel like you've already been through the fire, right? You've already gone through the growth, the transition. You've already like tried to maybe not do whatever this was, you know, say like maybe you just love to dance, okay? And maybe in your family they were like, you want to do what? Oh no, we don't do that in our family. We work on Wall Street. Are you crazy? And that outside information is kind of like, it like, you know, it made you feel like stunted because look at the words here. And forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet and the winds long to play with your hair, right? So I feel like it was like somebody told you somewhere like, no, we don't do that. That's messy. You'll get dirty. We don't do that, right? Or successful people don't do that. Or if you were really whatever, you know, like you should think to do something else. Money is where it's at or whatever that is for you, right? I feel like you are going to free yourself from whatever this was that held you back from the thing, okay? So it could be a hobby, it could be a job, it could be a person, it could be just a way of operating in the world. Maybe you were like a very, you know, like maybe you were one of those people like I do that, you know, like I see like, you know, like a homeless person or something and like there's that just altruistic, like, feeling in me, like, I don't care. Like, you know, people are like, oh, they're gonna go drink with it. I don't care. You know what? They live on the fucking street. Like, I'm gonna give them a fucking dollar. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's times where I draw my boundaries because, you know, like, I've lived in places where it's the same, you know, or they come at me real belligerent or something like that. Like, I have my boundaries, but I'm certainly not going to ask a person who's living on the street, like, what are you going to do with that dollar? Fuck you. If I want him to eat, I'll go buy him food and give him the food. You know what I mean? But it's that nature in me that is like, that's just something that's part of my essence, right? And other people may not have understood me. Other people may be like, wow, you're crazy, or you're stupid, you're just giving your money away. And I don't care. There's been times where I had a friggin' dollar in my own pocket and I gave it to the person who was on the street. You know why? Because you're there and I'm not, and you can have my last dollar. So it may look crazy to somebody outside of me, but in my heart, it made me happy. Okay? And so that's what I'm talking about, is just things like that. Okay. Oh, I love it. Look on the bottom of the deck. Hope, vision. Oh my God, look again. Where is it? Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Self-love, again. Self-love, trust, and own it. Because that's part of this, about integrating these parts of you, right? It's about integrating it and owning it and trusting that that's who you are. That's who you're meant to be. That's where it's at. That's the real you. That's your essence. I love it. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay. Where is it? There we go. All right, so Spirit, what may be coming up for people in regards to this full moon? What is, oh, I know. What is being released? What is being released with the full moon here? Because full moons are good for release. Okay, so there may be cycles ending. There may be people or things or situations falling away from your life. Sorry, I have like the hiccups. Okay, so what are we releasing here with the full moon in Cancer, please? Wow, that one wanted to come out. Again, that same kind of thing. Okay, so it's like this either like the lack of confidence or the over impulsiveness in regards to where we feel safe, our home. Okay, so what you're releasing is like this energy of being not confident about where you feel at home. Your 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is like where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you feel at home, where you feel, you know, like fulfilled and blessed, right? If you've been holding back because on the outside world, you're afraid that you're going to be judged or your family won't accept it or they'll look at you like you're crazy. Look, here's that energy again. Page of Wands in reverse is a feeling of being insecure or not sure or not trusting yourself, not owning who you are. Fucking strut your stuff. Strut your stuff. That's what this full moon is asking you to do. I love this. All right. What else is being released here for the full moon in Cancer? Another home card, guys. Look, the Four of Wands, what is being released is a place where you may have felt like you were at home. But what I notice about this card right here in particular is, see how these two are down here? And these two are like leaping above and they have fairies and they're with the sun and they're like light and they're buoyant. What I feel, and these two are like very grounded to earth here. They have like roses and they're very, so I almost get this impression of like, these are the parents, right? Or like the foundation of where you came from. And here you are, the Four of Wands. So it's like what you're releasing here is like, even though you love your parents, you love your ancestors, you love your family, you love your, you know, whatever that is, you have that bond, right? You have the bond, right? With that sacred, it's that sacred ancestry. Whether you had a dysfunctional, you know, and we've all had dysfunctional, you know, upbringings. It doesn't matter how great yours was in some way compared to somebody else. There's always some sort of dysfunction, right? We all have it in our own way. No matter, you could look at somebody who looks perfect, and underneath that perfection that you perceive, trust me, there was something dysfunctional. Whether it might not have been their parents, it might have been where they went to school, it might have been the neighborhood they lived in, it might have been, like whatever. So no matter what your perception is of somebody, trust me, we all have that certain level of like, it could have been better in certain aspects, right? So the Four Wands, what you're releasing is like, you're releasing that place where it was like, where you were grounded into, like, this is who we are. And she has this tattoo here, and it's almost like branded with whatever this was, okay? So whether your childhood was super amazing, super great all the time, or whether your childhood was like tumultuous because of your parents, or tumultuous because of your school or the neighborhood, or just random experiences, you're like leveling up. You're leveling up out of your comfort zone, and you're being brought into the sun, into enlightenment. That's beautiful. On the bottom, we have death in reverse, which is being reborn. It's instead of the pile of ash here with the phoenix, it's the actual phoenix, right? See the sun there again? So again, it's like this rebirth, okay, into like who you really are, the Nine of Pentacles. This is like being self-assured, independent, like you are self-made, right? Self-made meaning like, yes, I understand that I came from all of this. All of this contributed to making me who I am, but remaining comfortable or complacent here, just because it's like, I feel sheltered, I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like that is what is being released. It's like you are getting ready to step up, stand out, and shine. Oh, I love this, guys. Okay, so let me see here. What else? Okay. What else can everybody expect to... What new things can everybody expect to bring in after this full moon cycle? What new things can the collective expect to look forward to after this full moon cycle? What new things can... Okay, that's a lot. I love these cards, but they're... sometimes they shuffle well. Yep. Oh, yeah, look. The Hierophant reverse. So, what you can expect to step into after this full moon is releasing traditions. Just because something's a tradition doesn't mean that it's, like, good. It doesn't mean that it, like, suits you. It doesn't mean that it, like, works in your life. Great, your family line may have done that for thousands of years, but now you're releasing it, you're letting it go. So let me put it to you this way. Say in your family, you were, I don't know, say you come from like a long line of like healers, mystics, and like witches. You know, when I say witches, I mean like nature medicine people, whatever it is, I don't care. Maybe they were just take it as it resonates. Maybe you come from a long line of people who were persecuted, right? And in this lifetime, you carry around this essence of like not trusting or being persecuted or like, you know, being suspicious. Okay, just take it how it resonates and plug it in how it fits for you. But you are releasing that stuff in order for you to like come together with your soul tribe so you can celebrate and get together. I love this. Oh my goodness. What else? I get excited. What else is this? What other beautiful things are manifesting for us after this full moon in Cancer? Yes, rest, meditation, recuperation, right? So like where you may have been like trying to like to be pulled in all directions, you've been trying to be masculine and feminine, you've been trying to do this, that, and the other, you've been trying to this and that, hold it all together and da-da-da-da-da. I feel like what's coming for us, guys, is celebration with our soul tribe, enjoyment, just frivolity and fun, rest, recuperation, rejuvenation, like a period of like rest and serenity. Okay? And the reason my voice went like this is because that's literally how I feel. Like, I don't know, I love the water, and there's nothing better to me than like, you know, being on a boat, you shut the motor off, you're in a safe place, and you just kind of like sit back, lay under the sun, and you could just hear like the waves like lapping up against the boat, and just that gentle rocking, and it's like so serene, and it's like cool, like a nice breeze. It's not too hot, it's not too cool, it's just like perfect. The sun is perfectly like, you know, like in the sky where the clouds are like just like perfectly like shading it like from your eyes, but it's like that perfect serene moment. That's what's coming. I love this. And the Seven of Swords. Wow, this is beautiful. The Seven of Swords sideways. This means you'll be beginning to release the things and ideas where you have been deceiving yourself. Meaning like, well, if I don't go out and conquer this and gain this, and if I don't go out and do this and then I'm not worthy. Then I'm worth nothing. You're letting this go, because thinking about yourself in that way is deceiving yourself. You are so much more. You are so much more. You are the most by just you. By just you. You are that center stage. You are that runway model just by being you. You don't have to like forge and do and you know, give and dominate and collect and possess. Like your possessions, your you know, like work doesn't determine your worth. You are just worthy because you are. Oh, I love this so much. I actually like want to cry a little. I think this is beautiful. What other beautiful things do we have coming in after this full moon cycle is complete here, Archangel Michael? Oh, I just love this. You are just worthy because you are. Yeah. Okay. Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay. So look, what's coming in is the struggle where it comes to following your heart and your intuition. You're leaving that behind, which is beautiful, because the intuition is the feminine in all of us. And by healing the masculine, a divine masculine energy will tap into his intuition. Because that's balanced. And your intuition and your heart here, see, like I said, the vulnerability. Being vulnerable doesn't make you weak. It actually is like the strongest thing you can do. Sorry guys, this is really beautiful energy. The Six of Swords is an energy of having like peace of mind, because you were strong enough to be vulnerable, to listen to your own heart and your intuition, and let go of the conflict from outside influences, right? Those outside influences that like made you feel funny, or made you feel like you had to dim yourself or hide part of who you are just to be who you are. Spirit wants you to know that just you is enough. Yeah, and the moon. I love this. Because the moon here is, again, intuition. It's that feminine energy. It's looking beneath the surface. And it's acknowledging the stuff beneath the surface. in order to illuminate yourself moving forward. Wow, guys, I didn't expect this, and this couldn't have been more beautiful if I had like picked the cards myself. I don't think I could have picked cards this beautiful. So I hope this message resonated with you. I hope it brought you love, courage, and guidance. And I love you guys so much. Please hit the like button. And if you want a personal read, please check out the information below. Thank you guys so much. I see you and thank you.